Hello everyone, Jesse Webb, TradersPro. Market conditions have slipped back down just a little bit here. Starting out with the buy-sell ratio, where we're looking at still having some bearish bias, where we've got red above green right here, but we're starting to diverge back a little bit. We had a pretty decent day, negative day on S&P 500 on Friday. We'll take a look at that overall chart here in just a minute. We are seeing direction alerts signal ticking back to mildly bearish. So we bumped up to bullish and then immediately had a pretty big reversal day. So some volatility still continuing here inside of this range on S&P 500. We really haven't done much now for 2 or 3 months, just stuck inside of this band right here. Markets apparently wanting a little bit more information on inflation and interest rates, and we should have some data coming out on that this week as well. Momentum stuck right here in the middle, breadth also. So we're just really in this non-trending location in terms of overall direction, with a mildly bearish tone now on S&P 500. Let's look at that SPY chart. See, we're still in that upper momentum zone, but going to retest it today, and we'll see if we end up breaking through one direction or the other. This is that chart pattern. We start to see all the colors starting to change, and in this case, we had a decent move higher. It wasn't real on a lot of conviction, but this move back down here. Still, markets are still a little bit skittish, and there's some uncertainty happening right here. So inside of this range now, if we see some acceleration to the downside and start breaking this support area today or close significantly down, then we could see a retest of back down to that 432 range on S&P 500. We're also looking at the buy-sell ratios. We've talked about this now in the last few updates of the Dow. It's kind of ticking back and forth between, right around 1. Most of these are right around 1, and that, we're seeing that on the price pattern as well. It's just really a stuck pattern. Bulls are not necessarily winning. Bears have a slight win here, sitting on the buy-sell ratio at least, with a little bit of a negative bias. Sentiment is not extreme either. We're right in this range. So we're not reaching that upper range, we're not reaching this lower range, and we're just kind of stuck right around this 50%. Let's see. We'll see if this 50% halfway point ends up holding, because you can see in the past, it'll work as resistance, it'll work as support. We broke right through that, and then we retested that support. We'll see if we retest that support area in market activity this week. Some of the muscle stocks, some medical stocks popping in there. Biotech, CABA. This is one that's been volatile up and down. Had a real big day a couple days ago, last week, and then immediately reversed, but then immediately found support. And this move here was on really significant volume. So a nice looking opportunity potentially for a breakout trade, where you have that breakout, then you get the retest of that breakout. That just gives additional confirmation to say these guys were right, and then they retest, they pull back, sellers test it, and ultimately buyers start to step back in again. So we'll see if we get some follow through on CABA today. And it's shown up a lot in the scans. It's a high ranking stock, mostly because of this last move. The rank is including the last 12 months. So this period here, this was $175 to $11, was a massive 600 or 700% return. From there, it's just been kind of gradually marching higher, kind of chopping around a little bit. So that's part of the reason why it's a highly ranked stock, is because of that initial move that it had a few months ago. Well, essentially beginning last year. Nice looking pattern. Let me just refresh CIR, buyout stock. We can just scroll through those. I'm going to refresh this page, and let's pull in the new buys here. CABA, CRR, we'll move past that one. One of the other ones we're starting to see some material gold stocks starting to get new buy signals. Keep an eye on a close eye on those. IAG making that top list. They've all had deep retracements, but they're pulling back, at least on this 1 year time frame. you can see it's pulled back to that 50% of that move. If I move into that 6-month time frame, it's still in this bearish trend. So this overall uptrend is still intact, but it's now retracing off 50%. And gold stocks, if the market starts to get spooked right here, and the gold pattern is really good, long-term bullish pattern. It's been in a really big uptrend and then just been consolidating now for a couple of years. We may see money going back into gold. This last move, it was going into crypto, but I don't think that crypto has the the believability anymore, certainly that gold can have as a recessionary or as an inverse asset class, so to speak, against equities moving lower. OVID, medical biotech stock, this has also been a big mover on some of these trends as it's rallying. It's a $3 stock, nice confirmation bar. That's the 1-year time frame. The 6-month time frame here, you've got still within that overall uptrend and in that upper momentum location also. Here's another base material industry, gold stock or mining stock. You're seeing those retracements. So like I say, keep an eye on those. They're popping up. There's quite a few of them in the scans today. Same with oil. So some oil stocks, some gold stocks. Here's another gold, AGI. Moving higher, entering the buy zone. That's going to be the flavor for this next couple of days, and potentially this week right here is going into watching for gold and watching for oil stocks. That'll do it for today's update. Everyone have a fantastic day today.